seminary formators, the joy of the gospel is not reserved for a select few, namely priests and religious, but for everyone. He goes on to say, we must be happy Christians, happy disciples, and happy missionaries. Therefore, we must ask ourselves, are we happy disciples, happy Christians, and happy missionaries? Or are we what the late Pope Francis described as sour pussies? Now, I tried to translate that into Latin. I believe it was very difficult. But are we just miserable? And are people experiencing the joy of Christ and the joy of what we do and our relationship with God and others in us? Therefore, we ask ourselves, are we happy Christians, happy missionaries, happy disciples? St. Paul in our first reading says, what I want you to be, always happy in the Lord. And he encourages all of us to be happy. An invitation for all the disciples of Christ to be happy, joyful people of prayer, of genuine Christian fellowship, and to be attentive, attractive witnesses to Jesus Christ. When people experience this in us, it becomes an invitation for them to get to know Jesus. I have experienced such qualities in people. They are an inspiration. I ask each of you, who are those people in your life? And are you inspiring others to get to know and be friends of Christ? When I met that missionary priest when I was 11, he was full of the stories of his work in Uganda. And that really attracted me. He was happy. And I said, I want to do that. Now, it's funny, when I was appointed to Ginger on formation, I was at the White Father community, and I was talking to this priest, and I said to him, you're very familiar. And I said, and he started to tell me things, and I said, did you ever go to Manchester? And he said, yes, actually, my sister was a teacher in a school in Manchester, Chiltern Cahardy. And I said, you're the priest I met when I was 11. You're the one who inspired me to be a missionary. Oh, so why have you joined Mill Hill and not us? I said, well, that's yours. The words of Pope Leo in his recent address to the seminary formators help us to focus on our